You know what's wild? There are allegedly other victims out here that have spoken years before, and now all of it is resurfacing. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on all my social medias, The Pascal Show, one word. Hit that like button down below. And let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on Facebook, please be sure to crush that follow button on my Facebook page if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. Yeah, anyway, we got to jump into this story now. What's crazy is the world has been still reeling. I mean, I feel like we're waking up with a serious hangover, okay, from the allegations that Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassie, has put out these very mind-blowing, shocking details, very graphic and very detailed details of her relationship with Diddy. This volatile, she lived a nightmare, y'all. If these allegations are true, this woman endured an absolute nightmare. But what's interesting about this is that there's more claims coming out, not by Cassie. She done that. That's 35 pages in those court documents that we talked about last night. Please go check out my recent live. We break it all the way down. I give you all of the majority of the 35 pages, okay? The meat and potatoes, okay? But there are now new, actually old people, other people who have come out against P. Diddy in the past, or Diddy, okay? Or Brother Love, whatever he calls himself nowadays, okay? Sean P. Diddy Combs. They're now other women that have spoken out. In particular, an ex-girlfriend of his has spoken out. And I'm telling you right now that we're going to be going into Code Word City again. There is a clip that we're going to be looking at here very shortly. But I'm telling you right now, I'm absolutely blown. Like my mind is absolutely blown about this situation because this woman was pregnant by him more than once at least. And she gets into detail about the very volatile relationship that she had with him, how he put his paws on her and feet, okay? And to the point where he hurt her, and they're alleging out here that she may have lost a pregnancy because of an incident that she had with Diddy. It's absolutely insane. We got a clip from Tasha K. Okay, shout out to Tasha K. She had this interview with this young woman by the name of Gina H. I can't pronounce her last name, so out of respect, I'm going to just say Gina H, okay? She came on to the Tasha K show. She had some things to say. We're going to be looking at that here in a second, but let's look at this article here really quick. And it's crazy. She said this years ago. This interview is years old, and now it's resurfaced. Tasha K even repurposed it, like relaunched it yesterday when all this information came out, because it's kind of like, hey, everyone's reeling and reacting to Cassie and the information with Cassie, but there are other women that have been ignored, okay, that have been looked at with a side eye, being like, are you just trying to get some money? Are you just heartbroken and this is your way of trying to get some revenge? So on and so forth. But at the end of the day, this is another woman that spoke out and was ignored when she came out with her allegations. Nothing came of those allegations at all. And maybe, if it's true, something will come of it. His ex, Gina H, accused him of this. I can't even say it, okay? Attacking her viciously, okay? In this newly resurfaced interview that was done on Tasha K's show. All right, she resurfaced, she repurposed it, reposted it again, okay, on her YouTube channel, and now it's getting some serious legs. People are starting to look at this, okay? And of course, this is after Cassie came out with this $30 million lawsuit, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And I also am still wondering, is she going to go after him criminally? Because right now, it's just a civil case. It's just a civil lawsuit. She's just trying to go after his bags. And I know a lot of people are wondering, is that all she's trying to do? Because a lot of people are thinking, optically, it looks like she just wants the bag. Me, I think otherwise. I think she's trying to get justice. And I think the only way she can get it in her mind, because he'll find a way to get out of serving, maybe she thinks, serving time, is getting his pockets, get his money. Okay. But that's just another conversation in itself. We'll talk about that in another video. Let's get into this. Okay. Another ex-girlfriend of the mogul, Diddy, has accused him of also doing some terrible things to her as well. Gina H, who says she dated the 54-year-old music executive for 5 years, described in a newly resurfaced interview from Tasha K, okay, that he would get violent with her. Now, one thing I want to point out here too, because I watched this whole entire interview, and what's very interesting is that while he was dating and with Cassie, allegedly, he was also with her too. So their timelines are almost side to side, which is wild. Clearly, Cassie was with him for over a decade. I mean, I think it's about 13 years, if I'm correct, that Cassie was with him in a serious relationship. But within that 13 years, there was 5 years in which this Gina or Virginia, was having a serious relationship with Diddy as well. It's absolutely crazy. Let's continue, okay? She told the Tasha K that he allegedly used his feet on her, okay? Specifically in the lower torso, okay? I have to use code words as much as I can, and her head during a disturbing encounter, all right? Her earlier claims of A is making rounds after another ex, which we already know about, Cassie, accused him of R and physical A in a federal lawsuit Thursday. Now, again, here's just some stills from this, and I'm telling you right now, it's heartbreaking to think that this is something that was out here for years. It's pretty crazy, but let's take a look at the clip. Here it is.
He had caught me texting another man. We was in Miami, and it got really crazy that time. We was upstairs, and he had we were in his closet, and he pushed me, and I fell to the ground, and then he stood over me. So I was laying on my back, and he stood over me, and he started punching me like this, he avoided my face, but he started punching me on the side of my head, and I was just covering my face. And he did that, and then after he got done doing that, he cuz he was standing, his legs were stay in between me, so he on my stomach.
Again, pretty heartbreaking stuff just to think about it, all right? You could see, if you watch the rest of the interview, you could tell she's still very heartbroken. I mean, I don't know. This man must have, if the claims are true, again, if they're true, we have to say alleged right now. This man really manipulated every single woman he crossed paths with. It's terrifying to even think about, okay? And I will always say, keep your hands to yourself. She even says he wasn't aiming for her face. He was he was attacking the sides of her head, like he knew that you won't be able to see bruises under hair. You see what I'm saying? It's really messed up. Again, if these allegations are true, this man knew where to attack where it wouldn't show up superficially in front of everybody, right? In that way. But with Cassie, he didn't give a damn, allegedly. Those 35 pages were harrowing. Like I said, a horror flick. And I'm sure Gina, if she is going to draw up some sort of lawsuit, I'm sure she's got more information. I mean, that's 5 years. The same thing with Cassie. It's 13 years. Imagine the amount of stories you can collect in just 1 month with somebody, let alone 13 years, let alone 5 years. Okay, especially if somebody's that volatile. And apparently he's known to be extremely volatile. But this goes to show to you guys that what's really aggravating me and what's breaking my heart is that this is a woman that spoke out years ago and no one believed. No one listened to her. See, this is the issue that we see constantly right now when it comes to people who muster up enough courage to speak out. Now, whether this is true or not, this is all alleged. Again, it's all alleged. But what's frustrating about it is we hear countless stories about I would have spoken up, but I felt that no one would believe me. And I feel like we hear that a lot. Then we see a woman step forward and speak out, and no one believes her. Or it makes a little bit of a blip, but it doesn't do anything. He's still out here dating and doing his thing, living the life like it's golden. And she's here traumatized and trying to pick up the pieces of the life he shattered with trauma. It's frustrating, guys. It's really, really frustrating. But I'm glad that Tasha K put this video out, this interview back out, because there are other survivors out there and they all deserve to be heard. So, ladies and fellas, even for those of y'all who are survivors of Diddy, I feel like this is the time. I feel like Cassie did all y'all a favor by kicking open the doors wide open in this situation. Again, it's all alleged. I leave it still up to you guys what you believe. If you believe the women that are coming out and speaking out, or if you believe that Diddy's innocent and it's just because he's got a fat pocket and he's lived a very lavish lifestyle and it was only a matter of time for him to catch a case. I leave that question and those judgments up to you. But at the end of the day, this should not deter any person who are surviving out there to speak out. Because she even did speak out. Yes, it took a couple years, but now it's being heard. Now people are listening. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Where do you stand on this? How do you feel about this information? You know what I'm saying? This is some pretty crazy stuff, y'all. And crazy that this was years ago. And now people are starting to go, oh, well, maybe she is telling the truth. Pretty crazy, guys. So let me know what your thoughts are. Comment down below. Hit that like button. Crush that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. And don't forget to crush that follow button if you're watching on Facebook as well. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family on both platforms, okay? Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.